Next, DataVerse. DataVerse is Microsoft cloud-based storage option. Instead of keeping the data in your local system, if you keep it in a cloud, it can be accessed by people across the globe, right? Anytime, anywhere. Okay, and also once you store the data in DataVerse, the Power Apps, right, the applications, different applications like Power Apps or Power Automate go and connect to DataVerse automatically, right? So, but automatically in the sense it will not happen automatically. If it is available here, it can be get connected to various other apps like Power Apps and Power Automate. Now we will see how we can connect to DataVerse using Power BI. Okay, so before that, I just head to the Power Apps cloud thing. If you see here, I just go to the Power Apps. And here what to do, make dot power apps.com, make.powerapps.com. Okay, if you type this URL in your browser, in my case, I've already signed up with this portal, make.powerapps.com, hence it gets connected automatically. So in your case, you can go to the make.powerapps.com site and then you can create you can go and sign up. Okay. Once you sign up with your email ID, it'll give you the, right. So you can connect it there. You can sign in. Okay. Once you are able to sign up successfully, the next step is you need to sign in. Once you sign in to Power Apps, it will look something like that. Okay. On the left side, you can find the DataVerse here. And then next to that DataVerse, you have some icon here. When you click on this, you will find all the objects that are available in DataVerse. When you select the tables, you can find all the tables that are available under DataVerse. These tables were created by someone else. Okay, these tables are already created. For demonstration purpose, we are going to reuse the same tables. Okay, and also if you wanted to load your own files, you can go to the import option and then import. Hit this import data. And here you can load whatever the files that you have in your local system so that it will become part of your cloud. I just close this at this moment. Okay, you can import data from Excel. Select this option and then load your data into that one. Okay, export is the opposite. So select any file, and if you want to export it, export data, right? We can export this data, okay, to your local system. Okay, and then link to Azure Synapse. That is a different thing. This is we are not going to look at this. Okay, up to this you are able to understand, isn't it? What is import, what is export? If you want to load the data into into database, that is what the import. And export, for example, you want to bring that cloud data to your local system, that is what your export. Fine. Now what we will do is we'll just select one table for learning purpose. I just select the account table. And if you scroll down here, you can see all the columns with the data for account table. You can see it here. Account name, main phone address, primary contact, right? The data for each columns of the table account, you can see it here. And then here you can see that plus 138 more. Apart from these four columns, you have the 138 more columns are also there. Okay, 138 plus 4, 142 columns are there in this table. And if you see the number of records, it is less, not more than this, but number of columns are more. Now what I'll do is I will just go to the Power BI desktop and then I will pull the data from this account table, which is available under my DataVerse cloud. Okay. So for that, what you need to do is you need to click on the settings, your option here, and then you have something called session details. If you go here, and here the instance URL, right? This is the one. You select this option. Instance URL, you select this option, org6c9928b9 crm8.9. Right click on it, copy this. Instance URL, not this entire URL, HTTPS forward, don't select that. Only this one you need to select it. And then what you need to do, you need to go to the Power BI desktop. And select DataVerse. You click on the DataVerse. See, it got connected automatically to my database because the first time, it will ask you this server name or the cloud server name. Look here, in this case, the session detail. First time only it will ask this detail, okay? First time only it will ask this detail, okay? The cloud server name and then the username and password. So what is the username and password? Look at whatever you signed up. In my case, support@deepneuron.in. This username and password and that server name, if you specify, it will get connected. From next time onwards, you don't have to specify the cloud server name or URL, the username and password. It automatically gets connected. In my case, since I already specified it is connecting directly to this database automatically. Look here, if I go to the database here, the account table, right? So I just click on the tables here once again. All the tables, what are the tables that are available under database? You can see it here. Look here, all these tables, you can see it under the database. Here, if you select the account table, so it will give you the preview, right? It will show you the data that belongs to account table in the preview window, data preview window. And here, right, so here if you hit this load button, you have three different options, load, transform data. So at this moment, I'm going to hit the load button. What happens is, let's see here, before loading the data, it will prompt you whether to use import connectivity mode, direct connectivity mode. By default, it is import connectivity mode. If you use the import connectivity mode, what will happen is all the data of your account table from your cloud will get loaded locally into your Power BI desktop, the import connectivity mode. I'm going to hit the OK button here. The account table data from my database gets loaded locally into my Power BI desktop now. Okay. Ten rows from the database or the account table data got loaded into my Power BI desktop in the Power Query editor. Look here. If you expand the account, you can see all the tables. So look here, the account table from my database got loaded locally into my Power BI desktop. You need to understand this one. Import connectivity mode, we use it. Hence, it's kind of a downloading the data. These tables, including the table name, column names, and the data are being got loaded locally into my Power BI desktop. It is available locally here. So what is the next step? Next, since the data are available locally, you can go ahead and create a visual. For example, I'm going to select a pie chart. Here, what I do is account name. I'm going to select the account name and drop it here. And then here, I'm going to say number of steps. Number of employees. You just drop this number of employees here. And if you resize it, you can see it here in each department, how many number of employees are there. You just, these are nothing but, department name. For example, Adventure Rules, a department name, Coho Winery, and Blue Yonder Airline. These are the department name. In each department, how many number of employees are working? 66,000, 6,000, year 5,000. Each department across the globe, how many number of employees are working? You can see it here. And another thing is, for example, if I select something called slicer, it is available under visualization. If I click on this, this visual will get dragged automatically to your report canvas. This is your report canvas. Okay. Here, what I do is I just say the account name. I just drop this account name. And here, whatever the selection that I make it, whatever the selection that I make it here, right? So that one, so based on the selection that I make it, the visual will get refreshed or updated accordingly. Okay. And whatever, so let's say if I, change my selection, for example, only these two department I want to say, yes. Since this data, account table data available locally in my local desktop, which is nothing but on-premise nothing but local server. Since the data is available locally and I connected with import connectivity mode, this data gets loaded in your memory, Power BI desktop memory. In memory, anything in memory, the performance will be pretty faster. The performance will be faster. Okay, the same thing what I do is, I'm going to clear this one. Now, instead of import connectivity mode, I'm going to click on the database one more time, that connector. I'm going to import the same table, but this time I'm going to use the direct connectivity mode, direct query mode. Account, I don't want to see the data. I'm going to hit the load in the interest of time. This time, look here, I'm going to select the direct query mode. Instead of import connectivity mode, direct query mode. I'm going to hit OK now. It will give you some kind of warning. You can ignore this by clicking OK. Okay, don't click cancel, click OK. Now account 2, because this account table already we loaded, it automatically gives some new name to this one. Okay, because this account table again, we are loading it here with the direct query option. We are going to compare the difference between import and direct query. Some extent, okay? Or at a high level. So now the account 2 table got loaded, but at this moment, okay, sorry, you can see it at this moment, right? Under this field spin, account 2, the new table account, but this is already there in my database, already there in my Power BI. So, but this time I have used the direct connection mode for direct query connection mode for account 2. Okay, what is the difference between these two? And if I go to the data view here, and if I select the account 2, we cannot see the data here because you did not load the data locally into your Power BI desktop in the case of direct query mode. Instead, what happened? It connects to your Power BI cloud, the DataVerse cloud service, okay, to pull the data. For example, I just click on the table visual here. Here I'm going to expand the account to, and then the account name I just drop, not the table here. I just, for the sake of thing, right, I just do the same thing, the pie chart. Then the account name, I just drop it here. And then the number of steps. Number of employees, so not from here, from this one. And if you hover the cursor here, you can see that, right? So for this visual, see this visual got selected, and then you can see I just dragged and dropped these columns into this visual directly. Instead, you can drop it here also. Okay, the legend is account name, and the values are sum of number of employees. That is what we can see it here. Okay, so okay. I just keep this next to this one. I'm going to resize it now. Here I'm going to, make a selection of the slicer. I just keep this out here, and then here I just unselect this, and then in the account to make sure that I'm going to select the account name only. And if I make a selection here, they show me only these three departments, the number of employees, right? Each department or account name, how many number of employees. I just wanted to look only for these three departments. When you make a selection, it sends a request to your DataVerse cloud. From there, it picks up the data and then push it back to your visual. It sends a request to your DataVerse because the data resides there only. We did not load it locally. When you use direct connectivity mode, what will happen is that only the metadata will get loaded. The table name, then the column name, not the data. You understood? Yes. So supposing if I make some other changes, right? If I make some other selection, every time you make any new selection, the request will be sent to your database because the data is still available there, not locally it is available. Whereas here, the data is locally available. Hence, if you select anything, it will show the report. The report data will get refreshed much pretty faster. But whereas here, if you select different things, look here, it takes time, right? It goes to the cloud and then brings the data here. Again, depends on your network bandwidth. Still, it goes to the place where the data resides. Hope you understood how to connect to database, and also we've explored the difference between import and connectivity mode at a high level. Okay, so the next one is yeah, this one requires more time. So next topic is like Power BI storage. Before that, Power BI storage. As part of this itself, I will demonstrate you what is a live connection, how to make a live connection and all. Okay, and that we will see it in the next session because it requires more time. So today I'm going to wrap up the session as of this. Okay, and today's session we just looked at what is folder connector, and also we have seen how to exclude the files that are not of the same type. For example, in the case of CSV files, you need to use all the CSV files. In case you get any mix of the files, how you can exclude it. And also we have explored the skip errors option. And also we have seen we have seen how to combine the files that are available in folder. And also we have explored the important aspects of the folder connector. Like if you wanted to load multiple files automatically from a folder, instead of loading it one after other, you can go for folder connector. And at the same time, what are the transformations that you apply it to the existing files? Even in future, any new data file comes to that folder, all the transformation that you applied it in the past, that one will get applied automatically to the new file as well. And also we have seen in case of any duplicate records are available, it cannot deal with it automatically. Okay. So when there are some kind of manually need to go and check it. If you want to automate it, you can automate that also, but you cannot do 100% automation. The next one, we jumped into the database. Okay, and we have seen what is database all about and why database also we have discussed, and we explored the import and direct connectivity mode. Okay, at a high level. So any questions so far? Okay, since you don't have any questions, what we will do is tomorrow is Wednesday. If you, what we'll do is we will have a session tomorrow, and then we will have another session on this Friday. Okay, so that today and tomorrow's session, you will have some time to review it on this Thursday. And Friday, we'll circle back and we'll continue with the types of storage mode. Hope it sounds fine with you all, right? Because any of you are continuing the session. Sorry. Today is already Wednesday for me, right? Okay. Yeah, tomorrow we will take a gap and then Friday will continue. Okay, Friday will continue. And the next session, right? Next week onwards, we will streamline it. Okay, we'll have it 3 days a week. Okay, because you need some time. Other batch members today, they did not join it. Most of them, they did not join it. Okay, Majoram. Let them also have some time. Tomorrow we will leave a gap. Friday we'll circle back. For you, Amshini, it is going to be Thursday night. Okay, which is my Friday morning. Okay. And from next week onwards, we'll have 3 days per week, every alternate days, logically, right? Monday, if I give you the session, Thursday, Tuesday, you can review it and practice it. And Wednesday, if I give a session, Thursday, we'll have time to breathing time to practice it. And Friday, also we'll do that. Saturday, Sunday, you can practice it. Okay. And today's session also will, we'll share it to you, the video recorded